The shirt says pro, but I am far from it. But the guy that I just talked to is, or was, a professional fisherman here in Minnesota. There are a lot of professional fishermen, it seems like, and this guy is full of knowledge, and he picked out my baits. So I went to this little sale that this guy is having, and I said, hey man, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? Help me out. If I don't catch anything, it's not his fault, it's definitely mine, but he gave me so much knowledge, you guys. So much. I'll be sharing that with you when I'm out on the water. Let's see if these baits work. There we go. As we are back home, ready to go catch some fish to see if the pro has put me on the juice. So we're gonna go through the baits that I got from him and why he said that these work. So to start, he put me on this saltwater stuff. So these are actually shrimp, but honestly what they look like is crawdads that they don't have their appendages anymore. And what happens, as he explained to me, is that what bass tend to do, and I know this for a fact because it happens almost every time I put on a craw on my T-rig, is the bass are going to bite off those claws and then they come back to finish it off. And a lot of the times, you know, I think that that's now ruined because the action's gone. It's no longer got that the claws flapping around. But he said they prefer them that way. They prefer them without the claws, especially if they're being finicky, and that this stuff has incredible scent that is just doused in it. I mean, you can even see it kind of in there. So he says this is the juice, put that on and you will catch some fish. So we're going to try that one out today. I did get it in 2 different colors, although he told me that that doesn't really matter, that fish only see in hues, not colors. So I trusted him on it. He said this one, and I know this as well already, is that the white ones are going to work really well if you're trying to sight fish, bed fish, that sort of thing, which we might be doing some of that today. So we're going to put these on the line. He said that these ones, smaller profile, again, he said if your bait isn't getting chomped, that you need a downsize, which I've always heard the other way around. You want bigger baits to catch bigger fish, but I guess if you're just trying to catch fish, quantity not quality, downsize. So these are something I probably wouldn't normally throw, but it's a creature bait, but the key on this one is the max scent. So this is the Berkeley Power Bait Max Scent, and the actual chigger or critter of it is pretty small, and then the appendages are pretty big. So we're gonna throw those on. I got those in 2 different colors. And then I got some more craws, pretty much the exact same thing as these. And then last but not least, we've got tubes. I've had so much junk in those old MT. If you go back in the channel and look at the MTB unboxings that I have, anytime I pulled out tubes, I was like, I'm gonna melt these down. Apparently, they do magic. So I'm gonna use the tubes. Basically, it's just profile, size of the bait and the action. So this is the right size. It makes a lot of action. Try them out. So these are the baits that I got. I'm gonna hook it up just using the Texas rig style setup for this video. We're gonna get to the spot. I will see you there. All right guys, so we are rolling up on our spot here. This is kind of a secret hidden spot. So key here, by the way, is polarized lenses. I don't know if you could see through these, but I'm gonna probably be seeing things that you guys can't see through the water because I got polarized lenses on. Yep, there are giant carp in here, just tons. Here, I'm gonna see if you can see. I don't know if you can see all these carp in there, but there's also bass in this area that are pretty big. So I'm gonna start with one of the baits. Oh yeah, there's a good 3-pound bass right here. He's on it, he's looking at it. Turned away. He's looking at it, brought it up. Oh. Go ahead and pick it up. Oh. Guys, that was on the tube. Oh, I did not set that hook well, but we're gonna throw it back in. Guys, oh, you missed that. On the tube. I feel so bad for talking so much crap about these tubes. This is the thing that they've wanted the most so far. So this one will probably go just over 2 pounds. I was not confident and I turned the GoPro off, and the lesson learned, that's when you should be more confident apparently. This one, she's dirty. Obviously it's a little ways down there, but we'll get it weighed really quick. Guys, let's go. That's a good sized bass. Okay, is it gonna turn on? There we go. Okay. 260 locked. All right. I'm gonna walk down there and set her back in. Okay, guys. Away she goes. Let's throw that tube back in there. Hey, egg on face, you guys. I had no idea tubes are the thing, and I don't think I would have been throwing them had that pro not told me, hey, throw a tube. I mean, you look at it like a lunker log Senko, you wouldn't really think that those are that great either, looking at their profile. Something about the tube, I never really thought it was going to be good, but dang, if that did not work. I mean, that was like second cast in. Let's go, guys. All these years I was like, I don't like tubes, never used tubes. Tie one on, just slamming them. Oh, there was one, I missed it. So Jaden will be a little upset that I'm actually fishing this spot, because we said that we would never throw anything except top water here. But I will quote him that I messed up on that last one, but that's because I didn't do what Jaden said, which is hook sets are free. If you think you got a fish, set the hook. When it comes to like springtime fishing, I was always under the impression that, you know, the spawn is happening all the time for all the bass at the same time. But that is not true. Only some bass are on beds, say like this day, and then there's some bass on beds 3 days later. And I always just told myself, it's really hard to catch them. And it is. Some of them are going to be not active They're going to be on their beds, that sort of thing. However, it is possible to catch fish, and all it is changing up your technique, changing up the size of the bait. It's not so much color, from what I understand. You know, on bright days use bright baits, dark days use dark baits. But otherwise, you're changing up the presentation. So the retrieve, are you retrieving it fast, or are you retrieving it slow? And then what size lure are you using? If it's too big, say during the spawn, they're not going to go for it because it looks unnatural. And if it's too small, then they're like, it's not worth the chase. It's not worth the energy. So guys, change it up. Change it up. Think like a bass. All right, so as I was saying, like, the size of your bait might be the issue. So this bait looks a little too big. I'm gonna make sure that my hook will still fit, and then I'm going to remove a good amount of that worm. Now, we'll see. Perhaps it was the size that was keeping them from trying to take a bite out of it. Let's find out. There it is. Oh my God. Hit it like a bluegill. Oh no. Oh, snapped my rod. Guys, this was my, no pun intended, this is my favorite rod, and it is the favorite Big Sexy, and I just snapped the tip off of it. So I am a little upset. I'm going to be giving her a weight here. Dude, this is not the week for the Last Cast crew. Jaden snapped his rod yesterday. I snapped my rod today. Sad story. Okay, zeroed out. No, it's only gonna go 3-4-3. I don't know if you can see that, 3-4-3. Dude, she's still real green, got a lot of fight. We're gonna let her go. She's barking at me. Here you go, girl. Back to whence you came. Thanks for the fight. Well, I guess that's gonna call it for today. I got a snapped rod. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna fix that, or just cry for a bit. But guys, thanks for watching this video. I guess the pro knew what he was talking about. I hope this gave you some tips, and I will see you next time.